The following program is produced by students of the Brian Lamb School of Communication at Purdue University.
On this edition of Fast Track, we check out one of Purdue's longest-running holiday traditions as the students of Purdue musical organizations are hard at work to put on the 83rd Purdue Christmas show.
And later we check back in with the brand new Southwestern Middle School after a rare tornado outbreak leveled their school a few years ago. Fast Track starts right now.
Welcome to the final Fast Track show of the season. We are coming to you from the Elliott Hall of Music on set of the Purdue Christmas show. I'm Sarah Cohen.
And I'm Ryan Nally. Thanksgiving is over and December has started, which means the Purdue Christmas show is here. The upcoming show on December 3rd and 4th is produced by Purdue Musical Organizations and has some special guests as well this year.
Our own Ryan Nally got the chance to go to rehearsal and preview this year's show. Let's take a look.
It's the holiday season and preparation for the 83rd annual Purdue Christmas show is in full swing. The large production, which features 5 vocal ensembles and a handbell choir, is put on at Elliott Hall of Music by Purdue Musical Organizations.
We represent Purdue around the country and around the world. We are ambassadors for Purdue University. We're spreading song and music throughout the world.
Purdue Musical Organizations, or PMO, will still show each ensemble on their own and together for what they call the cantata. However, PMO is adding a twist for those already familiar with the previous shows.
It's different than the years past. There's always like a storyline with like Santa and stuff, but this year it's a lot more musical than years past, so all the transitions are small ensemble groups.
We're going to be featuring the All-American Marching Band, which is a first that I know of, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're really excited for that.
For seniors Adam and Natalie, it's the legacy that brought them here.
I knew I wanted to be in Purduettes because my older sister was involved for 4 years, and she had showed me all around Purdue, and she's really the reason I even came to Purdue. I loved it when I came to visit her. I sat in on a Purduettes rehearsal, and I just fell in love.
My older brother was actually in the Glee Club, which is another thing that influenced me to join Purdue Musical Organizations. I joined my sophomore year into the Glee Club when he was a senior, and this year I'm a senior and my little brother is a freshman in the Glee Club, so it's a great opportunity to be able to perform not only with some of my best friends, but my brothers as well.
It's friendships and legacies like these that make the Christmas show tradition so special.
I'm involved in this group. We have rehearsal every single day, so I'm around 60 of my very best friends every day, and I don't know how when I graduate I'm going to go from seeing them all every single day to being maybe across the country from all of them.
This is a show that a lot of people value and see as the beginning of the Christmas season, so it's a tradition for a lot of people. I know it'll be a tradition for me after I graduate to come back and see the show every year.
Christmas is here.
Ryan Nally, Fast Track News.
Let's check out the weekend weather conditions from our Fast Track meteorologist, Matthew Seedorf.
Good afternoon, Boilermakers. It's been a really chilly day here today around the Purdue campus and pretty much all throughout Indiana. As you see, our high temperatures today were in the 40s throughout much of the state, except for Warsaw, which was 39 degrees today. Our current temperature is 38 degrees with a winds out of the west-northwest at 12 miles per hour, which gives us a wind chill of about 32 degrees. Relative humidity is 75%. The high today officially here at Purdue was 40 degrees and our low was 35, thanks to some cloudy skies throughout much of the morning hours. Is it going to snow over the weekend, and is it going to snow during Dead Week? Tune in later and I'll tell you more. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Matt. Some seniors at Purdue may remember the 2013-2014 freshman year was a bit chaotic weather-wise, but with a very blustery winter that caused several cancellations of classes due to severe weather conditions to the very rare tornado outbreak that occurred on November 17, 2013.
Overall, there were 28 confirmed tornadoes that occurred that Sunday, with one of these tornadoes hitting Southwestern Middle School and Mentone Elementary School in Tippecanoe County. With more on this story, we turn it over to Fast Track's Matthew Seedorf.
I heard the sirens go off. I called my husband and I said, go to the basement. The sirens are going off. He said, I'll be fine. It was 2:30, and so I would have had kids on a normal weekday. So I said, I'll be fine. I'll duck and cover. And he said, no, it's really bad in Illinois. You have to come home.
November 17, 2013 will always be remembered by all the students and faculty who attended Southwestern Middle School and Mintoni Elementary School located in Tippecanoe County. At 2:50 p.m., a tornado cut a path through both schools, causing severe damage. Principal Schumann reflects on the damage the tornado caused.
The tornado hit the west end of the building on the gym, and that began the walls coming down into the gym, into the cafeteria. It took a middle wall between the cafeteria and our band room out too, and then proceeded down this outside of the south side of the building, took out 3 of the classrooms' outside walls, and that impacted the ceiling coming down in the main hallway. And those are the major focus that hit during the tornado.
The faculty and students of the schools can also remember where they were the moment the tornado hit.
So I went out, got in the car, drove home, made it home. I only live about 5-6 minutes away, into the driveway, into the garage, walked in the house. I'm like, see, I'm fine. And about 5 minutes after that, I kept getting texts from people because then we lost our power. And they kept saying, Southwestern was hit, Southwestern was hit. And I kept saying, I was just there, it's fine. It really is, it's fine. And then they kept sending me pictures from kids' Facebooks and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this time my husband was correct. I needed to go home.
And then my mother told me to go downstairs, and then after about an hour, I looked up on the TV. It said that the tornado went through our area, which is very close to us. I just felt very sad when I saw that the school was destroyed, and especially Mintoni and Southwestern. So.
After nearly 2 years of reconstruction and renovation to Southwestern Middle School, it was able to reopen once again, and everyone enjoys their new school.
One of the comments I made is I felt like I was teaching in a dungeon for so long because it was so, they changed all the lights, the walls are brighter, the floors are brighter, even the opening here is brand new. So the whole building had a much lighter air to it, so it was really bright, and it was good to see all the kids back. I mean, a school building without children is kind of a sad place.
I was very excited because my sister and my brother both went here, and then like my grandmother went here when I was at high school. So I felt very proud to be here when it finally opened, and I felt just very happy because I could be part of the school.
The tornado was rated EF2 by the National Weather Service, and it traveled for nearly 3 miles. With the tornado striking on Sunday, no students were in the school and no injuries were reported. Matthew Seedorf, Fast Track News.
University residences are places where students learn to find their voice, and a recent trend has led to students expressing themselves in a unique way. Ben Thomas has the story.
There's been an epidemic of sorts going around the residence halls of Purdue University. Not a sickness like the flu or any other virus, but a rash of Post-it notes window messages. Residents can't pinpoint how or why it started, but there are a few theories.
I don't think I've ever seen it with sticky notes before, but I do recall last year by Tarkington Residence Hall, there was a banner that was made that said Rush Tark, and it was hung out from one of the windows.
At a time where prospective students and their families are visiting the university, there are some drawbacks.
When families come here and they tour, or maybe they're just here visiting, it kind of reflects poorly on the school and it doesn't make us look quite as professional. And some parents will laugh it off and say like, oh, you know, they're just college kids. But others will come here to Purdue and think like, this is supposed to be a very elite school. This is supposed to be where my kid is getting his education. I don't know if that's what's best for my kid.
The university is committed to allowing free speech with exceptions to violence and targeted messages.
I think the university has handled it, quite frankly, as well as they could have, simply because censorship is not exactly an American value.
While offensive to some, there are positive sides to the messages.
I never thought of it myself. I think it's really creative and it's really interesting. And even though some of the messages can be profane, it's kind of part of the college environment, and kind of, if taken with good humor, I think a good way of building relationships and bringing people together.
Ben Thomas, Fast Track News.
When we come back, we meet the new Purdue baseball head coach and find out what his expectations are for this season.
And later we meet the voice of Purdue basketball. Stay with us.
Welcome back. After a few last place finishes in the Big Ten, the Purdue baseball program has decided to move in a new direction with their coaching staff.
New head coach Mark Wazakowski brings both coaching and playing experience to the team and makes it clear what he and his staff's goals are moving forward. Dakota Simon has a story.
Coming off a 10-44 record last season and the retirement of former head coach Doug Schreiber, the Purdue baseball team is moving forward with a new coaching staff, led by head coach Mark Wazakowski, who was impressed by what Purdue University brought to the table.
Well, first thing that grabbed me is the mission of the athletic department, specifically Morgan Burke, Ed Howitt. Now it's Mike Babinski, who's the new athletic director, but that started before that. And having had the opportunity to discuss with those guys what they wanted to do with this program, it was real clear that Purdue wanted to win championships.
Coach Wazakowski brings with him an experienced coaching staff who see the potential that Purdue baseball has moving forward.
But the most appealing thing to me was Waz. I mean, I've coached with him, and once I knew that he was coming over here, I knew that he wouldn't have left Oregon to be a head coach unless this was a great opportunity. And so the selling point for me right off the bat was okay, Waz is going over there. That place must be, at least from a foundation standpoint, can really have the opportunities to do something pretty great.
You started seeing that basically they had everything in place. The stadium is beautiful. You know, the school's top-notch education. So when you go and talk to a recruit, you're like, these are the things I can provide for you. You can be on the Big Ten Network. You can have one of the best educations in the world. You can be in one of the best conferences, and you have a brand new stadium, clubhouse, all this. I was all in.
As the coaching staff and Coach Wazakowski look to transform the Purdue baseball program, they each have a common goal for every season.
So anything can happen with regards to Omaha.
Getting to a place like Omaha, that's a different story. I think you got to take care of one thing at a time.
We want to win a national championship.
All right, plain and simple.
Period.
Omaha
national championship.
Yeah. Dakota Simon, Fast Track Sports.
Let's check back in with Matt for a more extended weather forecast for the West Lafayette area.
Thanks, guys. It was a chilly day here in Lafayette, and it was pretty much a chilly day throughout the entire region of the Midwest and Great Lakes area. As you see, we had a high of 33 degrees in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We had a high of 36 in Madison, Wisconsin, and a high of 39 in Chicago. Currently, our conditions show we have a 37 in Rensselaer, a 38 in Lafayette, and a 38 in Kokomo. Our high temperature of today was 40 degrees, which is about 5 degrees below the normal for this time of the year. Our low temperature was 35 degrees. The records for today was a 68 set back in 1970 and 2 degrees set back in 1942. It will be a chilly night tonight, however, it's not going to get as cold as 2 degrees, thankfully. Our current radar shows we have generally clear conditions throughout much of the area with some clouds, generally cloudy conditions, but no precipitation falling in the area. We do, however, have some snow showers to our north, but those won't affect us whatsoever. If you look at our futurecast, we can see that we have some snow showers again occurring over the lakes. However, we have generally clear conditions throughout much of the day. We do have a system coming out of the south that will not affect us on Saturday, but will affect us on Sunday morning. Our lows tonight will be 28 degrees tonight here in Lafayette. We will also see a 28 in Rensselaer and a 28 in Kokomo. Our forecast for Saturday will be a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 40 degrees. Our winds will be out of the west at 5 miles per hour. And for Saturday night, we can see increasing cloudiness with a low temperature of 29 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at 5 miles per hour. And on Sunday, if we can get this work, there we go. And on Sunday, we can expect mostly cloudy skies with a chance of snow showers in the morning, transitioning to rain and snow showers throughout the day. Our high temperature will be 38 degrees. Winds will be out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chance of precipitation will be 50%. Little or no accumulation will be expected for the day on Sunday, and if it does, it will quickly melt away thanks to the temperatures climate above freezing. I will be back later with a 7-day forecast. Back to you guys.
Purdue's football season might be over, but basketball is just getting started, and very few people have been as close to the team as Larry Clisby.
Cliz, as they might say, has been Purdue's sideline play-by-play announcer for over 4 decades, and we investigated to see just how much Purdue basketball means to him and how much he means to the team.
Matthias with it off, gets it back. Now a shot by Thompson, a three. Good! He's hit another! 3 triples for P.J. Thompson.
For almost 40 years, Larry Clisby has been more than just a play-by-play announcer. He has become an iconic staple of Purdue's entire basketball program.
I want to feel the emotion of the game. I want to be part of the game. And so being Purdue's announcer, I feel what the player feels or the coach feels or a manager or anyone that's associated with the team.
He is a very genuine and good-hearted guy that just really cares about Purdue basketball.
He's just a part of the culture, and the way that he talks about basketball, the way that he kind of likes basketball to be played, I think is how Purdue does.
They can get me on that bus or on that plane, I'll be glad to do it because I really enjoy it.
He's just a huge impact on his team with his voice and interacts with the guys, outside of the scene. So he's a huge part, that's behind the scenes that a lot of people just don't see.
Clisby is affectionately known as Cliz among the basketball community. And off the court, Cliz has made a huge impact on the personal lives of the staff and players alike.
Always upbeat, and that just brings a joy probably to each player on the team, having him around.
He has so many stories just about when Coach Katie was here and Coach Painter and everything, and he's just hilarious. He cracks me up.
He's just a smooth guy, man. He'll come in and he'll just, have his little swag going, a little pep in his step. So, he just always brings some type of energy, whether it's being cool or whether it's, just trying to get us ready for the game.
I'll call him when someone says, I think it's time to quit. I don't know who that person will be, So I've got to move down there quicker. PJ a 3 on the way. Bullseye! That's the end of the half. It's my town. This is where I'll be forever. So just luck, That's how it was.
Robert Dupler, Fast Track News.
Before we go, let's check in one more time with Matt for a 7-day forecast.
Thanks, guys. If you're heading out tonight, it's going to be slightly chilly, so I would suggest a coat. But currently, on the radar, we're showing pretty generally clear conditions throughout much of our area. We have some cloudy skies and a few spotty showers and snow showers to our north, but those won't affect us, any of us at all tonight. Our forecast for tonight calls for mostly cloudy skies with a low of 28 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our forecast for Saturday, we have a mix of sun and clouds. Our high temperature will be 40 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at about 5 miles per hour. And our 7-day shows that we will be expecting some mix of rain and snow on Sunday with a high of 38 degrees. And then it'll clear out on Monday. We'll have sunny skies. A high will be 44. Rain will come back into the area on Tuesday with another high of 44. Then temperatures will begin to dive starting on Tuesday night into Wednesday as we only reach 25 degrees on Wednesday with a slight chance of snow showers, and those could bring us some accumulation. Temperatures get even colder on Thursday with a high temperature of only 19 degrees. So it's going to be very cold out. You guys if you haven't got your winter jacket out yet, you better do it now. And Friday, our temperature high will be 30 degrees as we rebound just a little bit in order for the end of the week. Back to you guys.
That's it for this season of Fast Track. I'm Ryan Nally.
And I'm Sarah Cohen. Thank you so much for tuning in. For these stories and more, make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and our YouTube page. Stay tuned next semester for a brand new season of Fast Track. For all of us who have been part of this one, have a wonderful holiday season.